You know, it's pretty amazing that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is still on the air. And yet here we are, 12 years into the show and with one of the freshest programs on television. The show has constantly brought up a number of topics over the years, such as terrorism, race, sexuality, and abortion, while often lampooning these things to the point of absurdity. But what's especially interesting about this is the fact that the press has never attacked this show and labeled it as offensive.
No, that is not the issue, your mustache. You can't do that anymore. You guys did it, and again, no blowback. Was there any blowback? Did people...
And that got me thinking, how does It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia get away with all of this? Unlike a lot of the raunchy comedy you see on television or the internet these days, Sunny never feels like it's putting these subjects on the screen for the sake of getting an easy laugh, nor does it feel like it's trying to deliberately break down barriers with it at the same time. The show constantly tiptoes between being an edgelord and having an agenda without ever taking a side, but never stoops to trivializing the matter or downplaying the fact that it's controversial. For example, when the gang produces Lethal Weapon 5, the humor doesn't come from the fact that Mac is in blackface, but rather the fact that he doesn't see anything wrong with it. Taking the joke even further, Mac and Dennis even lambast Frank for his thoughts on blackface because his are so traditionally and overtly racist.
How is that not racist to you?
Okay, this is a terrible example of blackface. This guy isn't even trying to look like a real person.
Well, he almost got the mouth right. See, that's what I'm saying about the lips.
The lips are the most offensive part. Look, the guy is bugging his eyes out like a cartoon character, okay? This is racist as shit.
All blackface is racist, Mac, and that is the point I'm trying to make. You just cannot cast a white man as a black man and paint his face black. You can't do it.
Okay, look at this. This is Laurence Olivier in Othello, and this is James Earl Jones. Now look at how close they look.
Look at that. James Earl Jones doing a great blackface.
James Earl Jones has a black face. He's a black man.
Another great example is from the episode The Gang Goes Jihad, in which the gang argue over whether or not it's anti-Semitic to refer to someone as a Jew.
I don't appreciate that.
That's okay.
That is a racial slur, Charlie. And
calling somebody a Jew who is a Jew is not a racial slur.
Will you please not use the word Jew? It makes me uncomfortable.
No,
it's not
about
anti-Semitic.
the context that you use, and then if you use the right context,
Charlie,
you're good.
You're the most misinformed person that I've ever met.
But then, later in the episode, they try to scare their new neighbor off with this.
We will crush your skull with our weapons!
We can't send this.
Nope.
What are you guys talking about?
These characters aren't funny because they're horrible people who do horrible things. They're funny because they're horrible people but think they're better than the rest of us.
Right.
So, we're fired.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably never should have been hired in the first place, though, huh?
That was my bad.
Right, that's on you.
They're the person we all know who swears that they aren't racist because they discriminate equally. The person who champions political incorrectness as a form of being politically correct. By writing such hypocritical characters, the creators of the show are basically relieving themselves of any liability to anything they say. We know not to take anything that comes out of their mouths seriously because we're well aware of how these characters are irredeemable assholes.
Hey, let's just all stay calm. Oh.
Nice friends.
And in handling the subject matter in such a brazen way, we're also being told that there's absolutely zero insight to be found here either. Simply put, this isn't the kind of show that's meant to stimulate social commentary. It's a playground for the gang to pretend they have answers to questions that none of them are even qualified to answer. It's often said that misery and human suffering are the root of great comedy, and in the case of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they constantly deliver on this premise.
Shut up, bitch!
Only when we see the gang tackle a hot topic, it isn't the pain within that we find ourselves laughing at, but rather how the gang recognizes it, mediates over it, and then disregards it completely, often leading to them inflicting even more suffering onto themselves. But I'd love to know what you think. Do you think It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia ever goes too far with its brand of comedy? Are you happy that the show's been guaranteed renewal until its 14th season is completed? Or have you never seen the show and don't know what the fuss is about? I'd love to hear it in the comments section below.